Okay, sorry y'all, I'm kind of ratchet looking. I just got back from the gym and I'm coming down with something. That's why I sound so terrible. Alright. I want to talk about my favorite artist, Kid Cudi. Like, I am dead serious. If you go to my channel, he is my wallpaper. This guy, he is like everything to me. And my best friend, she got me, sent him a letter, and he signed it because she said, "Hey, can you sign this letter?" And he signed it like, oh my god, you don't understand. And I made sure it wasn't fake, so I looked at his autograph and hers, and it's like identical, unless you can forge really good. But I wanted to show you guys. I mean, I'm not gonna play it because you probably won't be able to hear it, but I want you guys to look up this song. This song. Can you see it? It says Solo Dolo Kid Cudi. Okay? Alright. Solo Dolo. I'll put it in the caption. But it if you feel like what you're doing, like what you're trying to do is not like anything, like you've been doing wrong, and then you start doing right and it still feels like no one cares, listen to this song because you won't be the only one that feels that way. Um, most of Kid most of Kid Cudi's songs are about him. Yes, there's one song called Marijuana, but that's a gimme. Like every person has a song that doesn't really explain them as much. But Kid Cudi has his song. Mr. Rager is Mr. Rager that's in the song is his like alter ego. It's like his here. Let me sorry guys. I'm gonna look it up to you for you guys. Here. Okay. Sorry y'all. I thought for sure that would be it. Okay, I'm trying. Okay. So right here. In this track particularly, Mr. Rager seems to be a separate personality of Kid Cudi. Think Eminem and some shady, but less gratuitous. The song seems to be about the struggle between Cudi and his choked up inner demon. There is some voice differences at the beginning of the song, hinting the separation of the two. When Kid Cudi says, "I'm off on an adventure and I'm on my way to heaven," they both somewhat distort and exaggerate compared to the normal voice Kid Cudi talked before the beat kicks in. So if you listen, so it's like um, it goes, "Mr. Rager, tell me where you're going, tell us where you're headed," and then the distorted, it's like, "I'm off on an adventure," like that. Um, uh, and it says the song goes on, Kid Cudi sounds more and more depressed on each hook to the point where his voice is quivering when asking Mr. Rager is taking him. Kid Cudi also continues if he can take the journey, despite sounding increasingly scared on each hook, suggesting that he knew he was having a problem but kept turning to Mr. Rager for the relief. In the first verse, Kid Cudi was talking about wanting to be like a bird and just fly off, like a psychological or emotional release. Maybe this is a hint at the birth of Mr. Rager. Cudi wanted to release himself from the stress of real life and wanted to be one of the birds, so he turned to his inner demon to unleash himself through various substances. In the second verse, he talks about being beat down and specifically mirrors one of the Rager lines. When will the fantasy end? When will heaven begin? This is yet again about how Kid Cudi yet felt depressed in his life and turned to finding a release. The break is probably, or sorry, the release was probably drugs, but people, I'm not believing it. I think he was in drugs and he's just trying to find a release to get out of there. I personally love Kid Cudi's voice. Like, he's not those hard type. Okay, sorry guys, I gotta go. I'll be on later.